first thing to do. So welcome you on board. Thanks for joining. Okay, again, the syllabus we are using here is Power BI is Microsoft products. So we are making use of Microsoft syllabus. Microsoft has a standard syllabus that simulates the understanding of Power BI from beginning to the end. Okay, and I know with this caliber of people I have in this class, I'm confident that we will get value for our money. Okay, so I have good understanding of Power BI, and I've been teaching it for close to 5 years. So you have value for your money, like I keep repeating for you. And there is a certification examination in period 300 certification Power BI if you choose. Okay, like I told you, we've done this part. I've told you my name, I've told you my background experience, and co like that. So I'll be the one leading you in the class. Then, students, all of us who've done this part, you can see, you've introduced yourself, your name, where you work, your year of experience, except somebody that said they didn't want me to know our age. So we've known ourselves better now. Well, we might not need this. Not console if I'm taking it in a full class. This is just 2 hours and you are home, so don't worry. Good. My introduction starts there. Data analytics analyst role. These are the roles. These are when you finish this course properly and you understand it properly. These are what you can do. Okay, your role, what you can do, what you are supposed to do as a data analyst. Deliver actionable insight by leveraging available data and applying domain expertise. You are looking at data given to you. You want to diagnose the data to see the benefit for the organization, the benefit for the business, the benefit for the environment, the benefit for the concept where you want to apply. If it's like some of us that are in NHS, in the health environment, you want to know the number of people that take a particular vaccine. You want to know the people that didn't take it. You want to know the impact of the vaccine. Those are the things you can see. You want to see maybe endemic that occur in a particular period of time, the number of people that contact that disease, what were used to control it, how many number of doctors, number of hours doctors spend in treating patients and co. These are kind of things we want to do. Again, some of us who might say, okay, you want to look at urbanization. What are the things that make, we want to look at data of urbanization. Why do people move from rural areas to the urban area? What are the things, what are the lack in the rural areas? What can we do to balance the system? These are the things a data analyst can allow you to do. And I want to tell you there are varieties of data that will come your way. Am I communicating there? I want response. Since
yes.
Good.
Good. Now, the next thing is you have to collaborate with key stakeholders across verticals to identify. Okay. You have to collaborate with key stakeholders across verticals to identify business requirements, clean and transform data. Let me sound a note of warning. Data analyst, you are not the custodian of the data. Your role is to analyze the data given to you. And as a matter of fact, in any organization, they will pull the data these days, now that we are in cloud. Most of the data will have been extracted to the cloud for you to analyze. Okay? So you don't own the data, and you must from time to time collaborate with the stakeholders, ask them questions. Most especially it's an organization that has a business analyst. You have to work with the business analyst to understand the data and to also, when you want to clean your data, you need your business analyst that will tell you what data stands for. and transform the data. That is, you want to change the headings, the rows, and co like that. These are where collaboration comes from. You are not an island. You can't work alone. You must always ask questions. And again, let me drop something here. Data analyst is a good job that brings more money. Again, you are also close to prison. I'm not scaring you. I'm telling you the reality. As it's giving you more money, it can also draw you to prison. If you interpret data wrongly, that make business to lose value, lose money, probably they lose their good relationship. They can interpret wrongly. They can say you sell their data out, sell their business out. So as I'm progressing in the course, I will be telling you where the bottleneck could be, why you have to be serious with what you are doing. Responsible for designing and building data models that will allow you to do your analysis very well. Okay? When you want to analyze data, after you clean your data, after you transform your data, the next thing is you build a model. That model is what is the basis for you to generate your report, dashboard, using your Power BI. Am I communicating? Hello?
Yeah.
Am I
Okay.
communicating?
Yes,
Good.
Yes, sir.
Now, as a data analyst, you must be proficiency in Power Query. Power Query is embedded within your Power BI. It's your Power Query that you use to clean your data, set up your data, do all sort of setup you want to do in your data. You make use of your Power Query. Okay? There is another tool that we use. This is one of the reasons why I always encourage you not to be mathematical euphoria. You call it data expression. Okay? Writing the expression by using DAX. DAX, D-A-X. I'm on the last line. DAX is data analytical expression. Okay? So this thing is similar, is more or less a formula. It's more or less a formula. There are standard formulas, okay, that will be explained to you in the course of the studies. Please, you are not going to derive any formula. No, you won't derive any formula. Whatever formula that you want to use, as far as data analytics is concerned, it has been designed for you. It has been derived for you. The only thing is that maybe you want to do some kind of manipulation on your own. You can now call one or two formulas that have been defined before, and you make use of them. Hello, am I communicating? Hello, am I communicating?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Good. So you are not going to derive any special formula. It's the one that has been derived before that you will use, that you will call and make use of. Okay. So that's what data analytical expression is. That is what your role is. That's what you will be doing as a data analyst. Okay. Let's move on. About this course. Successful data analysts start this role with experience with data visualization, products, and services. May I tell you that you don't need any background, you don't need any prerequisite to do this course. No, you don't need it. Okay? Whatever you need, like SQL, Excel, is already built to this package. They will be teaching you all those things. Another teacher will be teaching you SQL, and that one will be teaching you Excel. Okay? So there's no prerequisite. There's nothing that, if you don't know this course, you cannot do data analysis. No. Just follow what's been explained to you in the class. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to demonstrate to you importing your data from Excel and SQL. Okay? We are going to install the Abridged SQL in this class. Abridged SQL. I hope we all have computer of our own, laptop. I prefer HP, not Mac. Not Mac. Let me just tell you, there's nothing wrong with Mac, but it has some peculiarity that might waste your time, my time in the class. So that's why I prefer HP. Mac, you can't, the way you will just pick your HP and install on it, you can't do that with Mac. Mac is more or less an Apple product, which you remember, and it has some peculiarity that Apple want to make sure its product stand out. Yes, you can install on it, but you have to take some extra mile before you do it. So I rather prefer you use HP. Am I communicating?
Yes, sir.
Hello? Good.
Yes.
Another thing that will also appeal to you all is some of us that are working. I would prefer you use your personal laptop. I prefer your personal laptop. Why? Most of organizations, they have a security application installed on their laptops. Some of the security, it's a hell of thing for you to break through them. We need to do some of all the tool I want to install for you. If I want to work as a data analyst in an organization, they will have installed for you on their own server. You don't need to reinstall again. But where I install it because I am simulating on your laptop. Do you understand what I'm explaining there? That because I am simulating the lab for you. Again, may I tell you, this lab is supposed by Microsoft standard. It's a virtual lab. It's a lab online. But the reason why I downloaded it and I keep setting up for my students is because on the line you are timed. It's giving us 2 hours. After 2 hours, it's going to time out. And because I'm going to use all this lab to explain your class to you, there is no way I will meet that 2 hours. Most of the time, when you time out, I have to go to the beginning again and start explaining again because it's wasting time and it's going to make you frustrated. That is why I downloaded it and I will set it up on your system. We'll go on our pace. Hello, am I communicating?
Yes.
Am I
Yes, sir.
communicating?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Hello, class, are you there? Oh, damn it, Sola, your hands. Talk to me. I can see your hands up.
Hi, I'm sorry, it's not my hand. I just wanted to say there's a bit of lag from your side.
Okay. What's the question? Okay. Somebody raise up hand. Hello, can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Sorry. Time's out a little bit, but we are back now. Okay. Let me share screen. Please, anytime. Now, the next thing is understand. Thank you. Understanding of both on-premise and cloud-based data repositories. I know some of us, if you have not done cloud, you might have heard of it, pushing your information into data. Okay? Then a fundamental understanding of Azure data services. These are what we will see in this course. Any question, please? Any question?
Ebenezer, I had a question on the chat. So I was just asking, what if you have just MacBook?
If you have a MacBook, but you need to get somewhere that can help you probably install a virtual machine learning, like like either Oracle VM or VMware, so that you can now install this on it. Will you be able to do that?
No, because I don't know anybody that can help with that.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's move on. Good. So the objective of this course is to identify and retrieve data from data sources and understand the different connections methods. At this point, let me pause so that you understand what I want to explain to you in the course of these 10 weeks. Let me define let me define what we want to do. Let me define it for you. So listen carefully. I have a Adventure Works organization. Adventure Works organization. Okay. They employ you as a data analyst. They want you to analyze their 5 years data, 5 years data from 2017 to 2022. They want you to analyze it, okay, and create a dashboard. Okay, and also publish it to the executive, the board of directors. Okay, so that is the summary of the role you want to play here. Let me take it again. Adventure Works organization employ you as a data analyst, and they have a 5 years data. They want you to analyze and present a dashboard to the management, and at the end of it all, to the board of directors or the state of Adventure Works business. Am I communicating to us?
Yeah, all good.
Okay. Do you understand the English I speak? Forget about the concept, the English I speak. Let me take it again. An organization, Adventure Works, employ you as a data analyst. They present you with 5 years data, 2017 to 2022. And they ask you to analyze the data, okay, in various dimensions. You will see as you are progressing, and give them the state of the business. Create a dashboard for management and for final sharing with the board of directors. That is what we want to do. That is that's our project for the next 10 weeks, starting from today. Any question for me?
So in terms of the data, what exactly is it that they want to see?
I've not told you the details of what they want to see. I just give you the summary of the expectation. Let me take it again. An Adventure Works organization employ you as a data analyst. They gave you 5 years data, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, the early 2022, thereabout, 2022. They want you to analyze and give them various performance of the organization in dimension we'll be discussing as we are progressing. The reason why I'm not going to give you any dimension now is that dimension of discussion is always dynamics. And I will tell you what goes on. That is where the management talks in their weekly meetings. They come up with ideas. We want to see this. We want to see that. So the conversation is from time to time basis. So that's why I'm not going to tell this class that this is what they want us to analyze from. So as we are progressing in the week, we'll say, oh, this week they want us to do this week they want us to do that, until we get to the end of the project. Is that clear to everybody?
Yeah, all good.
Good. So if that is clear to everybody, we've already defined the problem we want to solve. We've already know that it's Adventure Work organization, and you are now an employee of Adventure Works. Okay? Then we'll see the rest as are progressing. And now these are the things you want to do. Identify and retrieve data from these data that I told you they present 5 years data. Where are the data? Where do they deposit it? How do I have access to it? That's why I say identify and retrieve data from data source and understand the different connection and methods. How you will connect to where you want to get the data. That first thing, is he speaking to us? Do you understand that?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, good. Now, the next thing is we want to optimize query performance. How fast can you retrieve your data? How fast can you get the information from the source? Okay, good. Because you are simulating this part, you may not really dwell too much on it because you will simulate it, it will be faster. But these are the things when you get to an organization, these are the areas they want you to see. Okay, one of the projects I did with First Bank, here in this optimized performance query, we use Azure Data Factory to export data to cloud environment, and it takes a longer time. In fact, we had to call in Microsoft to really analyze what is causing the delay in exporting the data. So it could come in different drivers. But in your class, definitely, I'm sure you will not have that kind of experience. But I am telling you, keep that in your left-hand side. When you get to an organization and they are having issue in exporting their data, you may have one or two things to tell them or guide them or advise them. So next, profile and examine the data and apply data shape transformation. When you are profiling and examining your data, you are inspecting the data. This is one of the major difficulty jobs you will do as a data analyst. You must inspect your data to make sure it conforms with the request of the organization. Okay? When we progress this, you will see that. Not here, you only see the summary of it. Okay? You just have to profile your data. That is, you have to examine the data. You have to look at the columns, the rows. You have to look at if the data is if it's not non-relational database, how do they store it? What is the size of the information? Which location do they store it? Can I transfer this data to Oracle SQL, or am I going to analyze the data where they are? These are the things you are doing when you are profiling. Profiling is you are trying to gather information about an entity to know its stance, to know whether it's tall, it's short, it's dark, it's yellow, it's this and that. Profiling, getting the right information about an entity. Okay, so profiling and examine the data and apply data shape transformation. That's what you do there. Is that clear?
Yes.
Is that clear?
Yeah.
Yes.
Good. So the next thing expected of you is develop a scalable performance data model. We have to define a model that you can either increase or reduce. Depends on what you want to do. Okay. Enhance the data model with data analytical expression using various calculated columns and tables. I think since I'm having a matured class there, and I hope the time will support us, I may have to go a deeper here so that you understand what data analytical expression is, measures, calculated columns, and tables, what they are. I think years of experience in this class will help me a lot here. Good. Use variables and aggregations to optimize model performance. Well, we want to optimize model performance. You can see when we get there. Design and create report and dashboard. Everything that you have been doing up to this, your use variables and aggregation, all things you are doing are just on the Windows. Okay? But what you want to do when you want to what you are doing up to this design, you are doing it on Power BI. But now, design and create report is on Dash BI, but this is where you are now presenting the information. Okay, so it's better seen than described. Don't worry. Select and add appropriate visualization. What sort of graph? We better present the information. Pie chart, sky chart, etc. That's what you mean by select an appropriate visualization. Then perform advanced analytics. Okay, there are some things you want to do in advance using all the tools you learned before. Create a manage workspace on your Power BI or online. Then manage data set and data set refresh. This you will do, then apply rule level security. So these are the things you want to span through in the course of these 10 weeks. Okay? All those things I'm discussing with you here is what is being grouped into 12 modules for you. Get started with Microsoft Data Analytics, prepare data in Power BI, cleaning, transforming, and loading data, designing a data model in Power BI, create model calculation using DAX in Power BI, optimize model performance, create reports, create dashboard, performance advanced analytics, create a manage workspace, manage data sets in Power BI, low-level security. So these are the 12 modules we will run through in this course. Am I communicating?
Yeah, all good.
Okay. Okay, good. Let's move on. So, like I told you, these are certification areas. The certification is PS330, that's certificate on Power BI. Okay, when you want to write the exam, this is the way they are going to grade you. Anything about prepare the data is going to carry 15 to 20%. Anything about model data, modeling of your data is going to carry between 30 and 35%. Can you see the importance of modeling now? Okay, visualize and analyze the data. Then when you are now showing it in visual form and you're analyzing it, that is 25 to 30%. Then deploy and maintain deliverables. That is, you deploy out there and for people to see. So these are the weights attached to it. Any question? Any question?
Good.
So that takes me to the end of the introductory slide. Okay.
Sorry, Ebenezer, before you remove the slide, if you go back to the
Okay.
tab again, sorry, to the project, yeah.
No, project is not on the slide. I
think,
just
yeah, there's a place that you actually ask them to kind of use, yeah. No, before this one, right?
Okay.
Yeah, this particular
Yeah,
one, right?
yeah.
So this is kind of some element of the project
Yes.
that you ask them to do.
Yes.
So guys, this is what I want you guys to do, right? So for the project is already been given, I'm going to assume that you've written it down, right? So, but that project will be that epic. That's an epic. So you create an epic story for that project. Within that project, you need to do all these things. So each one of these will be a story under that epic, right? So of course, the first thing you need to identify and retrieve the data, that is one story. You need to optimize the performance of the query, that is one story. So I want you guys, to create this, right, on your board. If you cannot do it today, do it tomorrow, right? So then what we're going to do, at least what the first and second, right? Maybe put in your backlog, put into your sprint, right? So I'm going to assume, Ebenezer, I think in the next 1 or 2 weeks, they will do number one, right?
Sure.
Exactly.
From next week.
Exactly. So that would you put that in your sprint, right? To ensure that before end of the 2 weeks, you are able to do that. And Ebenezer said he has given you the name of the company that you are working for. Even if you are going to be creating your CV and you're going to put a project, you put the name of the company there, right? But of course, you assume that BlueSky has already collected the contract from this company and has hired you to be able to do that, right? So, and that is what you need to do, right? So now for you to do that, right, there's a lot of things that you have to do. So which is the one that's itemized here. So you need to put them on your board. So when we do our meetings on Mondays, for every sprint, right, I want you to show me what you've done in relation to this task. Hope that is clear. Okay.
Yeah, all good.
All right.
So, yeah, just to confirm, so the epic will be Adventure Works. So there won't be no specific features. The stories will just get assigned to the epic, yeah?
Yeah, that's right. So it's not going to be just the name. Of course, Ebenezer mentioned what you need to do, right? So you need to write what that is, right? Then after that, each on that epic, you have I think you can even categorize this into different features, right? Because like for instance, in terms of data, there's data part which is retrieving and identifying data, that might be two stories, right? Because it's not only one thing, right? There's queries about, there's visualization, right? So you can split that one down in that part anyway. So there is data retrieval, there's query, there's visualization, and what else? I think those are the three things anyway with dashboard and everything. So then after that, you allocate different stories and you put them into the features. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, cool.
All right. Cool.
Thank,
Thank you. Yeah.
thank you. We still have about 30 minutes to go. Let's quickly pick the this one is module 0 and introduction. So let's pick module 1 that starts the course. Let me pick module 1 that starts the course. Okay. So getting started with data analytics. Here we want to learn the following. Most of I will give you the PDF of this slide at the end, but the only theory I pick is what I am doing today and what I'm going to do early in our next class. After that, I use my practical to explain the theory. I reverse it. I don't believe in theory, I believe in practical. So instead of me sitting on theory, I will sit on practical, start explaining what the theory you want to read. So I expect you to read up the theory behind whatever practical we do. Hello, class. Do you understand the model I want to adopt?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like laying the foundation of what data analytics is all about. And during the week, I know they will create a Telegram group for us. In that Telegram group, I will share all the information needed for that will use to answer the project question that I set up for you. Okay, I told you that they want you to analyze data. The question will have asked me, where is the data they want me to analyze? So I make provision for it. So then it's assumed that, oh, you are a experienced data analyst. Experienced data analyst will have gotten how to extract your data using SQL, using Excel. Then which experienced data analyst will have a Power BI tool for the visualization. So these are the things that we walk you through. Okay? Now, I've introduced the course to you. Now, I want to give you the background of data analyst. So that's what I'm talking about. After the background, I will jump and start doing lab for you so that when you are reading and at beginning of every week, I will ask one or two questions about the theory. If you don't go through it, it might be difficult a little bit for you to follow up the class. But when you go through the theory behind the practical, you'll be able to marry what I'm doing and what you are reading and ask further questions if need be. So the learning objective here is data analysis and getting started with Power BI. Okay, good. So you can see data analysis and Microsoft, then getting started with Power BI. So let's see what data analysis is all about. Here, introduction. Data and information is the most strategic business asset. May I remove strategic and say data and information is the heart of business, heart of business. I'm reframing that statement. Data and information is the heart of successful business. Data and information is the heart of successful business. Do you understand that?
Yep.
If I sedate a man and I remove their hearts, what do you think will happen to that man? What do you
Die.
think will happen? Eh?
Will die.
The person will die, right?
Yeah, he will no longer be
Of
with
course.
us.
That Mr. Laura say he will no longer,
I said he will no longer be with us.
he will no longer be with us. Okay. So that is why I changed this statement. You know, he said data and information is the most he's still trying to cosmetics that thing. When he says it's the most strategic business asset, he's trying to, he's trying to put pancake on it. Do you remember? Let me go to my ladies now. On your wedding day, guys. Okay, I know some of us here are married because when somebody is talking of 20 years experience, they are not boys and girls any longer. They are mature people. Remember the day of your wedding. If you don't know your wife before, and they bring your lady to you on the day of the wedding, what do you see? Guys, tell me, what's your experience? One or two guys talk to me. What do you see on the day of your wedding when they bring your wife to you, when you open the veil on the face? What do you see there? Hello? Adelanwa, tell me, what do you see?
My wife.
Yes, now, on the day of your wedding now. When they bring your wife and you open the veil, what do you see there? Beautiful lady, right?
A beautiful face.
A beautiful face. Is that the way you normally see it? Damisola,
Makeup.
Adelanwa can answer me. Tell me. Makeup. Damisola, tell
Yes.
Adelanwa, how do you look? Well, how do you look on the morning of your wedding? How do you look?
Fresh faced.
Compared to your fresh face, Abby, compared
Yes.
to your, on a good day when you are just going to office, that day, the look, the makeup, the makeup. If you don't know your wife before, you go and ask your in-law, are you sure you are giving my wife? Okay, 1 minute, please. Hello, Deji. Hello? Uh, so what I'm saying is, this statement here is trying to put cosmetics on the message. Data and information is the most strategic business asset. It's just putting a message, it's just covering it up. That's why I say data and information is the heart of a successful business. So if you understand that, I'm glad I've conveyed a message to you. Hold that. So as a data analyst, you are on a journey. Think about all the data that has been generated each day and that is available in an organization, from transactional data in a traditional database, telemetry data from services you use, to signals you get from different areas like social media. Do you understand what I'm trying to paraphrase there? Hello?
Yep, all good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to let you see that when you look at an organization, one of the guys that I'm coming, one of my banker, coming, who is this? Is it? A moment, please. Yeah, did you want to talk to me? Class, let's move on. Thank you. Did you just want to pass something across to me? So I'm trying to this my guy that did banking and finance. Hello, my guy that lead banking and finance. Could you? Okay, that's Chris. I'm trying to talk to Chris. Are you still with us, Chris? Hello, Chris. Is Chris still with us? Hello, Chris. Okay. Hello, Chris. He's with us. Hello, Chris. Okay. Chris is not with us.
It's not here again.
How many of us? Are you there, Chris? Oh, Deji. Chris.
No, Chris is not there.
It's not there.
Oh, Chris is not there. Okay. Now, can anybody relate what I'm trying to explain here? When you work in a big organization that has huge data, that gather huge data, right? Now, you are saying an organization that has been existing for, imagine, okay, let's assume somebody is working in Barclays Banks or Bank of London. And these banks, if you check Barclays alone, can we quickly check Google how long have they run Barclays banks? And I know these are banks that are precede First Bank in Nigeria. So how old is Barclays Bank? Can anybody check for us? Who is checking?
Over 100 years.
Over
Says
100 years.
says
Like how many years?
333 years.
Huh?
333 years.
333 years. Wonderful. Wonderful. 333 years. Let's assume 333 years. Let's assume they don't use software for the first 100 years of that bank. Right? Are we together? Let's assume they don't use any bank application. You know, those are the days of if you will agree with me, for most of the banks to start using application will start being in the 80s, 90s, 2000. Am I correct? Am I correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Prior to those years, most of the operations are manual. They are writing journals, they are recording their bank transaction on paper and co like that. Let's assume Barclays Bank begin to use bank application 1990. Let's assume 1990. Can you imagine the kind of volume of data Barclays Bank will have generated from 1990 to 2024? Can we imagine? Can anybody think of it? Can we relate with the volume of data they will have generated between 1990 and 2024? How many years is that?
Say 1980.
Eh?
Did you
No,
say
1990. 1990 till now. How many years is that?
in the
34 years.
34 years? Yeah.
34 years. So we are saying Barclays Bank's 34 years data. Okay? So that's what I was trying to say as a data analyst. You're on a journey. Think about all the data that have been generated by Barclays Bank. Let's assume adventure work has been running for 34 years. Okay? Think about all the data that have been generated each day and that is available in an organization. From transactional, transactional is talking about your financial debit, credit, transactions, that's transactional, and traditional database. Then telemetry data. In the days of this, our Skype, our WhatsApp, our Messenger, our Outlook, all those messages you are generating, Teams, all of them, they are telemetry information that you can analyze data on. Okay? So to signals you get from different areas, your satellites. Okay, Barclays Banks, I'm sure it has branches across United Kingdom, and you connected them with your satellite, and I'm sure there are some European countries that they still bank in Barclays Banks, all along like that. So your signals and co. Good. Business of today collect and store massive amount of data. So underline that. Today's business collect and store massive amount of data. Yet business continue. This is where the pain now is. This is why I changed my career from being a database administrator to data analyst for the past 5 years. Business of today collect and store massive amount of data. Yet business continue to struggle to use their data in a meaningful and productive way, which impacts their ability to act. Business should be able to use their vast amount of data and information in such a way that impacts the business. Do you understand what I'm explaining there? Hi, class.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. They've been amassing massive information, but yet this business is struggling. Nobody is looking at this data. You are just gathering data for the past 10, 15 years. Nobody is reviewing. In the data of 15 years, you have some years that your business thrive. You have some years your business go down. You have some years that so now, when you are now looking at the year the business go up and the year the business goes down, what are the parameters? What causes it? When the business goes up, how many marketers do you have? What are the modality of their conversation? What advertisement do you do? How many people they meet one-on-one? How many organizations bank with you? These informations are sitting down with you, but nobody is analyzing, nobody is asking questions. What do we do that we have about 100 billion profit 2021? What do we do that will have about 300 billion 2020? What do we do that in 2017 we have a sale of 50 billion pounds? Do you understand the question I'm throwing out to you now? These are the questions your data analyst want to answer. You want to review the data. You want to review your 5 years, 10 years data. You want to challenge. Why do we have a larger sales? Why do we have a lower sales? What is the performance? Okay, when we have 100 marketers, what is their input? When we have 50 marketers, it's possible you have 50 good marketers and do better than your 100 marketers that are not doing well. Am I communicating?
Yeah. Okay.
Good.
Yeah.
The only way you can identify some of these things is when you analyze the data. But years over years, these data are just piling on your database. Nobody is scrutinizing the data. Nobody is checking the data. Nobody is asking questions. That is where your role comes in handy as a data analyst. Am I communicating?
Yep.
Good. So business decision, now careful. Business decisions makers depend on an accurate story to drive better business decision. The whole idea about your being a data analyst is you want to tell a story with your data. You want to tell management that from the data, from looking back to 1995, we have sales of 400 billion pounds, and we had only 50 marketers. Some of these 50 marketers, we have marketers that have a client, Microsoft, that bank in our bank. We have a client, Elon Musk, that bank in our bank. We have a Mac organization. We have an Apple organization that bank with us. We have an IBM that bank with us. These are the people that bring our money. Am I communicating here now?
Yep.
Good. So from your data analysis, you'll be able to, you are now telling the management in 1995, this is why we have 400 billion pounds sales, profits. You are telling them because you analyze your data, you see the customer your marketers interface with. You see the volume of money they turn in. you are looking at Microsoft turning about 100 billion. You are looking at Oracle turning about 75 billion. You are looking at IBM turning about 120 billion. So it's only when you analyze the data that you can come up with all these things. Okay, the faster a business can make precise decisions, the more competitive they will be, and the better advantage they will have. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Yeah.
So when you are good, when you transfer, when you can show how you've done well, then you can convince the organization to move on. The key to unlocking all this data is being able to tell a story with it via compelling and insightful reports. So for you to say, for you to tell your manager to come and be looking at volume of data on your Excel, they don't have time. But when you now create a dashboard and you are telling a story with it, they appreciate you the more. So your journey of telling story with data also ties into building that data culture within your organization. While telling the story is important, where that story is told is also crucial, making sure the story is told to the right people. Are you getting the message there? When you are telling a story with your data, where and whom you are telling them story matters so that they can take informed decision on your data. Hello, am I communicating?
Yes, yeah.
Yes.
Good. Now, if you look at your screen very well, look at that circle. What can you identify there? Unmute yourself and tell me what can you see there?
Are those SaaS products?
The
Are those software as a service products?
service products. Can we identify them?
So
Yes.
Oracle, Salesforce, SAP,
Okay.
Soft.
Excel, Word,
Excel. Okay.
Access.
Okay. 3D. Okay. Good.
Access.
Okay. SQL is there, right? Okay. Who
SQL.
can?
Statistical application program.
Okay. Thank you. Now, who among us understand what this thing is circle? What message is it conveying to me? Do you have an idea?
Yeah, it's where we extract the data from, kind of database.
Thank you. Who is talking to me? Whose voice am I hearing?
It's AB.
AB. Oh, AB. It shouldn't be you now. You're a senior colleague, baby. I thought it's my new faces. Now let the new faces be talking. When they now got stuck, then you can now talk. No problem. Our
Okay,
senior colleague has helped us tonight. Okay? That is where your data is coming from. That's your data source. That circle depicts your data source, where your information can come from. Are you surprised to see your Facebook there? Am I right? Are you surprised to see Facebook there? Okay.
Yeah.
You have your Snapchat there. You have your, there is a Google there, Google information. Then you now have your Exchange. Look at your Exchange, Salesforce. You have SQL, PowerPoint. Okay, look at this boy. I don't know. Look at this guy. Look at Excel. Can you see these are? By the time we come to practical, I will show you more. There are more than 500 sources of information that can come to your WhatsApp, to your Power BI, a large source of information. So where your data can come from. Now, next to that circle, what do you notice? Next to that circle, what do you notice? Hello, class?
A funnel.
A funnel. Thank you. That's Damisola, a funnel. That's wonderful. What do you see inside the funnel? Hello? What
Is
do
it
you see
like
inside the
settings or like churning?
Okay, that like your engine. If you check your engine roller, you see something settings like this there, right? Good. Who can tell me what do you think this funnel stand for? What do you think the funnel stand for? Who can guess?
I think it's like
Like a
filter.
filter,
Data,
like a filter.
like a filter. Thank you. That's your funnel. It's like a filter. That is, if you remember, I told you about cleaning your data. I said cleaning your data, transforming your data, then model your data. Okay? So this your funnel is taking information from your source in that circle, is cleaning the data, is modeling the data, is transforming the data, and what else can it do? Is extract the wrong data, is taking it out of it, and that's what that funnel does. The long handle of that funnel, that is where your Power BI sits. When the data came from the source, it comes to your funnel, and those engines you see there, they are the tools. They are already, although it is part of Power BI, okay? They are the tools they use. They will collect all those information and use those, something like channels there, okay? GRs there. You use the GR to transform the data by grinding in this, and that. And it will now push to the lower part here, which is your Power BI. Okay, to clean it, and I'll bring it to a Power BI and bring it to this bottle here. From here, you will now see on your right-hand side. What do you see on your right-hand side on that screen? What's there? What do you see?
Dashboard.
The analysis.
The analysis. So this is the story you want to tell about the data you get from your source, transformed in the funnel. Now you now have the dashboard. This dashboard is on what you call online Power BI. So this you can share with your board of directors, you can share with anybody, and they will look at it that, okay, look at the total good category, 50,000. Look at which other thing here, 33%, another one 16,000, another one 68. Can you see it's giving you the summary value of that sectors there? Then you can see your line chart, you can see your bar chart, you can see your stack bar chart, and you can see your 100% bar chart. So these are the stories from your data. Communicating?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Good. So this is the summary of what you want to do with your Power BI. Okay, what you are looking at this screen is summary. Every other thing we want to do subsequently is to explain each component of what you see here. Your data from source, run through your filter, get model, and do all sorts of things, then generate your report for your view. Any question? Can I move on?
Yeah, all good.
Good. This is 11:30. Can we pause here and continue from next class? Any